Alrighty, guys, welcome back to a little bit of Minecraft. I hope you guys are doing well. Um, I am recording this pretty much right after the last episode. I'm feeling the itch pretty much. I really, really am. So, if you're feeling it, might as well just keep on keeping on with it. So that's what I think. Um, this is really, really great because in the last episode, if you didn't see it, we ended up going and getting some sand in order to um, finish up the house pretty much, get some glass and all of that jazz. We have a whole bunch more food. Whoops. We have a whole bunch more food. So we're not going to really have to worry about dying or anything anytime soon, which is a pretty big plus if you think about it. So we'll split this up. We'll split this up. We'll split all this. We'll get all this out of here, and then I guess we technically don't need the bow at this moment, um, because we have no arrows. So I guess there's no reason for it. But yeah, so now I know literally just said there's no need for it, but I'm gonna use it as a placeholder for a little bit later. And I don't really need that either, but whatever. Anyway, how you guys doing? Yep, today, again, it is Tuesday, May 11th. I'm feeling pretty good today. Today was actually the last day of my college classes until the next semester. Now, the next semester is not too far off. It is, literally in like a couple of months because I'm doing summer classes come soon, um, or come summer, I guess. Okay, before I start getting into things and start chatting and chit chatting, I gotta start actually figuring out a plan or a course of action because I start. Okay, stop. What do I need to do? What am I doing right now? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking that I'm gonna need some pillars to end up kind of holding these up, and the house actually needs to have in order for it to make sense, in my opinion, in order for it to look like it makes sense, we're going to need some pillars, and this is going to need to attach to the mountain or this little hill or this little mountain in some way. So what I'm thinking immediately, um cobblestone pillars, or probably stone pillars, since the roof is made out of excuse me, I got a hair in my mouth. That's kind of the beauty of having dogs. You always get hair in your mouth. Since we have a cobblestone roof, it might be best to have stone pillars along the side to just brace everything up right here, and they'll probably be pretty massive at that point. We'll bring them down, and then maybe some wood just to come straight down, or we might mimic a mountain or something. Yeah, let's do something along those lines right there. Okay, now that we got a course of action, um, yeah. So, summer classes are actually coming up pretty darn soon, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little concerned for the summer classes coming up. I really, really am, because they are going to be pretty math intensive. But I mean, I'm telling myself to do a little bit of like studying beforehand, just to kind of, I guess, cheat the system, if you will. That way, I don't really have to worry about um, learning all the material as soon as the class starts, and then I feel like I'm falling behind. I mostly just want to kind of get ahead of the game. Um, so I'm thinking about studying up a little bit of the classes and all of that jazz. But so while some people are going going on probably a nice vacation for their summer, going and seeing family or something, me, I'm gonna be hitting the books and hoping that it pays dividends a little bit later. But I mean, you never know until you're done with everything, I guess. But anyway, I know you guys are like, stop talking about school. You talked about school in the at the end of the last episode. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. All right, guys, no more, no more. How you guys doing though? Tuesday, middle of the week, you guys are getting into summer vacation. So if you're not going on like vacation, I mean, heck, you're probably just hanging out, having a good time, playing maybe playing some games, um, or I don't know. It'd be probably a whole bunch going on. So how is this going to look? I guess before I really commit to it. Um, hmm. I don't know. I don't. I don't think I like the twos right here, but the threes might be okay. Like the little three strips right here. So I think that's what I'm gonna start with at least. I'm gonna start with the threes and then kind of go from there. Um, yeah. Let's start with that. But yeah, I mean, I mean, as of right now, I don't really have too much going on. I mean, things are pretty quiet, and I'm honestly pretty appreciative of appreciative of that. Dude, I'll tell you. I mean, as I'm getting a little bit older, I am finding like more and more words a lot harder to actually say, and I don't know if that's common. I hope I hope it's common. Because I'm gonna be concerning myself quite a bit if that's not common and I'm the only one in the world. They can't they can't say things anymore once they get past a certain age. But uh, I mean, I've just been noticing some like little issues like that. Um, but I don't know. Maybe these are words that I've always had a little bit of an issue with, and I'm just noticing it now because I'm like hyper focusing on what I'm saying. But um, yeah, I'm pretty stoked for what's going on right here. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So today, the game plan is really to actually finish up the house right here. And if we're not finishing up, then I want to be about like 3 blocks away from actually finishing it up. Because looking at something completely unfinished for like a super long time, it's just not really something that I'm looking to do. I definitely want to get into actually a couple more things right there. So this solo does look a little weird at the point or at the moment, but I'm I'm thinking that once we start pulling everything else together, it will start coming together. So if this looks a little whack at the point or at the moment, just bear with me. Bear with me. Things tend to work out. And if they don't work out, well, then I'll spend about 6 hours off camera breaking it all down, going in and getting more cobblestone, and restarting or not restarting the world, but restarting the actual supports and all that jazz. But yeah, these things are not doing it for me. So there we go. So yeah, we did a little bit of exploration in the last episode. If you didn't catch it, we actually got glass. What am I doing? I actually need that one there. It was the tubies that we're actually yeah the tubies that we're getting rid of. This is part of that. This is part of that. This is part of that. But yeah, we ended up going and I guess doing a little bit of exploring to actually find some glass, and it we actually hit the gold mine in my opinion at least, because we not only did we find glass, but we found an ocean. Or, I keep saying glass. I mean, we found sand to make the glass. So I guess semantics and all that jazz. But we found an ocean, which that actually really excites me. we found an ocean to where we can hopefully actually find a little bit later a sunken pirate ship. And also on the way, we found a village, and I mean that's actually blowing my mind on how amazing that is, because that's just it's really going to open up a world of possibilities with what we can do, what we can actually create, and I mean all like the biggest thing that I'm looking for in villagers are like the enchanting villagers. So I guess those are the librarians, not necessarily like enchanting villagers, because I'm always looking for mending. So the fact that we have a village and that's extremely close to what we got going on right here as well. I mean, I really can't express my excitement with all that jazz. So there we go, and yeah, perfect. Well, not perfect, but that's fine. Um, yeah. So I know I was kind of spitballing last episode at the beginning of last episode about just a couple of different plans with this house that we got going on, and building chest areas and fixing up all this glass. And I've actually I think I've really figured out what I want to do with my chest area. So you know how we have this double staircase right here. I'm actually thinking about doing another double staircase kind of down into a chest area. So we'll probably do a double staircase down starting right here, and then we'll come down right here, and it'll just be a nice big open room full of chest. And I think that'll look superb. I really, really do. Um, and it's really kind of nice because this is really coming together a lot better than I kind of actually expected it to. Um, in the world that I had or started up before this one, I I really really enjoyed it. I mean, I was a little sad with the idea of dropping it, but I definitely wanted to start over on something new for you guys. That way you could actually see the progress, experience the progress, and it didn't necessarily feel for you guys that you know you were just jumping into something that was I don't know 3 years deep or something. Now mind you, like it wasn't 3 years deep. It was only maybe I don't know, maybe 2 months deep or something along those lines. But you can still get a heck of a lot done in that time, and you know you don't want to miss out on all the goodies. You don't want to miss out on the progression. You don't want to miss out on going to the nether for the first time, dying, all those deaths. It just or any of those weird things. So um even though I was a little bit connected with that previous world, um this one's really really coming along in my opinion. You know, so I'm excited, um, because I definitely think a lot of these ideas that I'm doing, for me at least, are unique to the things that I've been doing in the past. With the exception of the building like a giant circular pad and all that jazz. That's kind of a carbon copy, but it is what it is. You take ideas from your previous builds and you just make them better for the next time. Um, maybe I don't know. Maybe that's the way to go about it. Maybe it's not. But anyway, um, so yeah, but we got a whole bunch of glass, and we are actually really kind of tying everything together for this actual building itself. Now, the only thing that I haven't fully thought about, discovered, whatever, where in the world am I gonna put the bed? Where am I gonna put my bed, dude? I honestly have no idea, and I think I actually want to make this a little bit less square. I mean, so let's do this. Well, can I actually hit. I think I can hit this bottom one from up here. Do I want to hit the bottom one from up here? Probably not. Um, yeah, let's just kind of leave one right here. That way, again, there's like a little bit of a taper up to a top, and we will actually do something like this. Because I mean, I don't necessarily want it too square. I mean, it just looked like way chunky whenever we were looking at it over in the fields. So I guess it's a little ironic, saying in Minecraft, "Oh, I don't want it to look too squarish, too many squares, too many squares." But if you can kind of trick the eye, I guess. I mean, that's kind of the beauty of optical illusions. I'm not really. Oh, I almost missed that jump. Oh my gosh, like if I had a webcam, you would have seen my eyes grown like about 10 sizes bigger than they actually are at that point. Man, that scared the bejeebus out of me. It really, really did. And it's not even necessarily about losing or the idea that I would have lost levels at that point, but just the idea of having to refix my inventory. Oh man, that's the only thing that like really kind of makes me pull my hair out whenever I die. So I'm glad I didn't. but um but yeah, I mean, I've never really been a big like the biggest fan of optical illusions, but I will say whenever you actually see those optical illusions online, I mean, it's nice every now and again to just kind of kick back and look at a couple of them. Um, but I mean, some people are absolutely obsessed with those suckers. I mean, it's like those are the puzzles that they want to talk about. Those are the puzzles that they want to play with, and all of that jazz. But I mean, I feel that most of them are pretty much carbon cut copies of the other one, or like of each other. You always see the same one. You know, I I don't really have enough examples to really kind of drop them, but yeah, I don't know. They just don't really do it for me. It's kind of the same thing with puzzles as well. I don't know. I've got a little bit of a love-hate relationship with puzzles. I want to like them because I generally feel that if you solve puzzles on the regular, you tend to be a little bit smarter. And I have no scientific evidence to like fully back that up, but I mean it just kind of makes a little bit of sense to me, or it makes a little bit of sense, doesn't it? Um, you're using your noggin, you're really applying that lateral thinking, and yeah, I mean it's just in my opinion it makes a little bit of sense for that to be the case. Um, so I mean obviously I always, or I guess not obviously, but I always want to actually go out solve puzzles, but I don't know, it's just never really on my mind or on my to-do list at that point. I i don't know if you guys realize, like I do, the zombie villager does not seem to be zombie villaging, so I wonder why that is. Did he leave? Did he die? Did he despawn? All of the above. This was that almighty dungeon that I was talking about last episode. Super boxy, super gorgeous, super amazing. Um, so yeah, don't. Uh, I know I said I built a dungeon last episode, and I got to thinking about it a little bit more, and I was like, man, they're gonna think that I spent like 15 hours on that. I did not. Let's actually start um building down into this little area right here. That way we can actually get the chest room going. Because as soon as we start getting a little bit of a chest room going, uh, organization is going to be substantially better. I might have to cheat that a little bit in some way, because hitting my noggin on the way down is obviously not going to be good. But we will see what we need and how we need it a little bit later on. So It's actually kind of good that we're digging up a little bit of this spruce flooring right now as well. That way I don't have to worry about going and getting a little bit more. Because, I mean, going and chopping wood is not my favorite thing to do in this game. I mean, it just, it kind of sucks a little bit because you don't, um, there's no surprises whenever you're chopping the wood. You know, when you chop the wood, you're getting exactly what you set out to do. And, I mean, I don't like that. I like a little bit. What do I need? I need an iron axe. I like a little bit of a surprise every time I go through there, and that's actually 100% why I really actually love exploring the caves and the mines and all that down here, because you get that surprise every single time, or not every single time, but you get that surprise whenever you go down there sometimes. um, you you get to find that lapis, you get to find iron, you get to find diamonds even. And even if you have the like the fortune pick at that point, yeah, I mean it's still like a little bit of I hesitate to say gamble, but for lack of a better words, I'll say that it's a little bit of a gamble every time you go down there. Because you're like, how many diamonds am I gonna get? How many pieces of lapis, or how many of these, or blah 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 blah. You know, uh, so if I can avoid going and having to chop wood, down trees and wood as much as possible, let me tell you, I'm gonna be one happy mama jamma. I really really am. So let's I I I, I think it's actually a good, or I think this is good that we are building these, or this staircase right here right now, because it's essentially what I did um going up. You know what I mean? So if you feel like you missed out on that last time, or you feel like you missed out on those, or like on some of the things that I ended up building beforehand, I guess this is your chance to suck it all up. Now, I didn't even consider the idea that poking out this way would poke out of the house completely. Uh, Obviously, it makes a heck of a lot of sense now that I think about it. But um, I was kind of thinking about simulating a little bit of a mountain anyway, so it might not be the biggest ordeal. So we'll just kind of play it by ear. Because this is what I want, and this is what I think is gonna look good. So we're gonna roll with it, man. Whatever. Who cares? I mean, if it looks good, then it looks good, dude. Now this one is gonna bother me probably a little bit. Um, but 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 um, again, we'll figure something out. It shouldn't be too bad over here. There we are. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Is your Tuesdays, your week going on pretty well? I mean, definitely like if you're working, I mean, middle of the week, it's pretty gross. I'll definitely say that, but I mean, tomorrow's hump day, so uh I now that's always like something that's like so funny to me, how like some of these like different sayings end up catching on. Uh, because you never fully think something like that's gonna catch on, and then it just goes full force, full steam ahead, and you're like, well, I should have hopped onto that like before before everybody else did. um but that's definitely not the case for me. um okay, so this is definitely gonna bother me how close it is to the head, but I wonder if I could do that and everything else would look kosher. I think this is actually gonna work. This is super exciting. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Oh baby. Oh baby, a triple. So Definitely what I've been thinking about is I'm actually not thinking about it. I'm gonna do it. It hasn't been or haven't uploaded one yet or haven't recorded one yet, but I'm actually getting Tales of Basaria started up in the woodwork right now. And the reason I'm super stoked for this is because Tales of Arise is actually coming out pretty darn soon. And I mean, well, yeah, pretty darn soon. And I actually really want to get that going. I mean, there's really not a whole lot of games that I'm that I really feel the itch to get, but I mean the Tales of series it really wets my whistle. It really it's amazing. I really love it. So I need to actually finish up Tales of Berseria. I played it way back in the day. I guess kind of whenever it came out or soon after it came out. I don't fully know um, the exact date that it came out, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I the last time I played it was 2018, I believe. So I mean, pretty long ago. So I don't remember hardly any of it. But I want to get in there. I want to finish that up because a part of me feels that it's a little weird to actually play another series game, or like a game in a series that is later than a game in a series that you already have that you hadn't already played yet. So I mean, since I've already gotten my library, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna upload it, and I mean, it's honestly gonna be a really great time. Um, the first time that I went through, I think I was going through it with um, kind of the wrong intentions, or I was going about it the wrong way. Because if you've ever played the Tales of series, like Tales of Symphonia is the one that I'm gonna bring up. Uh, and you've played Bersaria, you might actually know or realize that the games kind of play a little different. So I was going into Bersaria with the idea that it was going to be exactly like Symphonia, and mind you, Tales of Symphonia is by far like my favorite game, pretty much of all time. So I was like, oh man, Bersaria is going to be the exact same thing. It's going to be great, and that wasn't necessarily the case. I mean, I need slabs, yeah, and that and not like not the fact that it was not excuse me, let me restart. Um, it just wasn't the same in the sense of the combat was a little bit different, and that's fine. I mean, you can still have like obviously you can still have a great game with a different combat system. So I'm going back into it with that in mind, and we're gonna crush it this time. We're really gonna crush it, and we're gonna get that done too before Tales of Arise comes out. So whenever Tales of Arise comes out, we're gonna get that knocked out and whatever. Uh, enough mumbling. What am I trying to do? I I am so bad about getting sidetracked on just different things. Um, okay, so I think what I want to do, I want to put a little bit of a pillar right here because this is going to have a drop off at that point, and that's not what I want. I do not want to drop off. Um, so let's do this for now, and that'll just kind of play into the idea that these are pillars that are holding everything up. And I know in the first episode, or one of the first episodes, I was basically saying how I feel that the adding pillars or adding basically some structure to the actual building itself really helps sell the illusion that it's, I mean, an actual structure, and really kind of pulls it together. And I truly believe that making sure that we add pillars, add structures where they're necessary, where they make sense, um, and it just makes it look substantially better. All right. So, obviously this is kicking out into the world, which is not what we want, but around here, we're just going. I don't know if it's gonna be dirt yet that we're gonna do, or stone, or something along those lines. But we're gonna simulate the idea of a little bit of a mountain. That way, it essentially looks like it's not just floating, I guess. But this is actually going to be really great because we got a lot of space to play with, a lot of space to play with um, for the chest area, and that's what this is going to be. This is just going to be a nice big open area where we're going to have chests hanging out on the walls, and I mean we might even kind of turn this into our uh, like a nether room as well, or a connection to a nether room. Oh no, I said in the first episode that we're probably gonna actually go over there and make that the nether room. So completely disregard that. All right, so is this low enough? I think so. So hold on, let's see. One, so that's gonna be one chest, and then that'll be another chest, and then do we want to do three chest high or two chest high? Probably just two chest high. I think that, and that'll be all right. So yeah, we're gonna hold it right here, and I don't know what kind of shape I kind of want to make this little room down here. I mean, we could obviously just leave it as a square. It's gonna be bigger than this, by the way. I just wanted to go and point that out. Um, I don't want you guys to think, oh my god, that's the smallest chest room that I've ever done seen. No, we're just out of spruce wood, and we gotta go get a lot more of this. But yeah, we're definitely gonna open it up a heck of a lot more. Um, maybe pull it around this way a little bit. I don't fully know yet, but we'll just kind of wing it. We'll wing it. Whatever looks good is what we're gonna rock. Kind of rock and roll with. But man, they need something in this game where you just go in and you just wink at a tree and it just kind of just crumbles. So let's try to think of let's try to think of a good goal to set for this episode. Maybe kind of getting the platform down, maybe getting a little bit of um the I guess simulated mountain going on out here, but I don't know. We'll just play it by ear. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. So I mean, yeah, you guys been watching you guys been watching any good movies lately? I mean, I really need to catch up on a couple of different movies. Or I mean, instead of doing that, I think I mean I think there's several different things you can do. Whenever it comes to movies, you could be the savant that watches all the movies ever created, and every single time someone brings up a movie, you're like, "Yep, seen it about 600 times." Or you could definitely become the kind of person that watches just one movie or like a certain series of movies 600,000 times and knows like all the lines inside and out. And I really think that probably the latter is pretty dang good at that point. Um, I mean, people who people who watch Star Wars, I mean, they definitely fall into that category right there. Um, can we? Oh, baby, yeah, we can take this out. Oh, that's perfect. That's amazing. That way we don't have to worry about hitting our head. Um, but yeah, I mean, Star Wars, for example. I mean, people who love Star Wars, I mean, they have seen it probably hundreds of thousands of times. And I mean, I'll tell you, I Star Wars would definitely not be one of those movies that I could watch so many times. And I know there are some of you right now screaming at your computer, sacrilege! How dare you? Why would you say that? Oh, unfollowed, unsubscribed. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just not really my thing. Um, let's see here. Um, hmm. I don't know. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Rocking with this is making me like it's like making me super uncomfortable, and that it's just strictly because I mean it's just so different than what I'm used to at this point. But I think if we come this way, yeah, come this way with it, it should kind of work out. Um, yeah, yeah, no, no, like I don't know why I'm worrying so much. Like this should really work out like super well. I mean, especially if we um kind of make it like this, and especially if we collect all the dirt and the stone that we're gonna get from kind of clearing this out ever so slightly, because what we'll do is we'll just essentially shift it. We'll shift the dirt to outside of this. But I'll kind of want. I think I'll want I was gonna say probably a stone wall on the outside um, to kind of be the walls of this thing, but maybe not. Maybe not. Whatever. I'm thinking too far ahead. Yeah. Just in the meantime, we're gonna clear this stuff out, and we're gonna keep on moving on. Keep on keeping on. But there we are. Ooh, baby. Man, I really need to I need to get some enchanting going on. So like what is that? That is I need a book, diamond, and lapis. So I mean I guess I think we actually have a little bit of um I think we have a little bit of the materials that we actually need to make an enchanting table. And I mean we should definitely get that going. I don't know why I didn't plan on getting that going earlier, because mining with an iron pick definitely takes way too long in my opinion. Um, okay, hold on. I think this is actually gonna bust into. Yeah, that's what I was kind of worried about. Okay, so I kind of like the idea of the stone right there. So what I'm actually gonna do is we're gonna hold it right here. We're gonna hodl. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna do this. Um, and then we'll go back through and we'll actually fix that back up a little bit later. But we'll have two different sides over here for um we'll have two different sides for the chest. We'll have chest along this wall and we'll have chest along the other wall. And maybe one side will make for blocks, and then the other side will be some other goodies as well. That way it is organized, it's separated, looking good, and all of that jazz. Okay. And the outside of this is going to be a little bit covered up as well, so we're not gonna have to worry about um, just it looking out of place, all of these wood planks and all of that jazz. So. Not so concerned anymore because I'm kind of getting a little bit of a visual on what's going on, and I think that's pretty much like the most important part is once you actually start feeling it, once you start actually seeing it a little bit, things start kind of coming together at this point. But let's go rest real quick. I'll tell you, running up those stairs, all the way from the chest, all the way to the bed, man, I'm gonna get dizzy, time and time again, just constantly swirling around. But I think it's, I really think it's coming along pretty darn nicely so far. So since I don't have these pillars kind of set up on the other side, these pillars, by the way, on the other side right now, let's go ahead and count how far we need to go out. One, two, three, four, and then there's five underneath that one. So we need to make sure one, two, three. Wait. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so we are gonna have planks right here, and it should line up with that. Okay, cool. Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm I'm pretty obsessed with the symmetry, the symmetry aspect of building, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a little bit of a detriment as much as it is. Um, well, I was just gonna say I think it's a little bit of a detriment, as much as it is, beneficial as well, because having a little bit of asymmetry in the world really does kind of give it that certain je ne sais quoi. It really kind of brings things together. But I mean, I like that. That's kind of the hard part is knowing like when to add the asymmetry and then like when to like pull in or when to um just stick to the symmetry. Do I don't think we ended up. Hold up. Wait. Is no, this is not the way that we did it over here. We ended up doing. Ay, ay. Was that guy? Dude, what a shot. Oh, baby. Um, Know what I'm thinking right now? Actually, I'm thinking I'm thinking that the stone, just the plain stone, is looking a little off. Now I know you said I know I said last time that I was actually doing the pillars. Trust me, it's gonna look good. It's gonna come together, and it is. So like don't sweat that. But I'm wondering if just plain cobblestone down here would look a little bit better at that point. Um, because I do like the idea of the stone supports. Or okay, I've got it. We're leaving the plain stone, and what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna play with cobblestone fences a little bit later, not now, because we wanna stick with finishing up or not, kind of getting ready to finish up the chest area and making everything else like that nice and pretty, nice and purty. So yeah, we're gonna stick with the stone for sure. And I think, whoops, can I? Oh, I can. All right, cool. I was about to just end up running all the way back through into the house in order to fix everything up. Um, no need for that. Um, so I don't remember how I ended up doing this. So that came down. We have that right there, and then this is actually touching the wood at that point. Okay, so these come down, that goes in, and then this is actually touches the wood, on the three piece right there. Okie smoky dokie. Um, I'm stuck. What the heck? No, is that? Yeah, I think this is right. Yeah, this is one. Well, dude, that creeper blew up while I was about 6 miles away from him, and that is going to completely mess up my pathing. um, we're probably gonna focus on some stairs a little bit well, not a little bit, we're a lot of it next episode. We're definitely gonna focus on some stairs actually getting up to this place. That way we really don't have to worry about um some really just climbing a mountain every single time, because that's gonna be a huge pain in the butt. So better to get ahead of it before it becomes a super massive issue. Ow. Okay, there we are. So we got the pillars on this side, and how much stone do we have? We don't really have enough stone to continue with the rest of these. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here because my storage is running low. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Um, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in hanging out with me a little bit more, I do have plenty of other games and other content posted on my channel. But until then, Honeycomb out.